Oh, good. So I am live. I think Nelson Mayr's supposed to be here. Let's try it this way. I haven't invited anybody. This is terrible. Inviting. Add viewers. Requests. Oh, Nelson, I think you have to send a request. Nelson, send a request. There we go. Okay, you're invited. You have to send me a request, though. This was really well thought out. I'm going to text him really quick. Oh, no, you did it.
Oh.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I'm live. I think it's live right now.
Yes.
It is. Oh my gosh, there's like 10 people here. That was a really smooth process.
Is it working? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can hear me?
Fantastic. I can.
This is great. We have both of us on the screen and we can both hear each other. Oh, and there's 11 people here. So I'm trying to do, there's some technical difficulties right now because the guy that runs Control Media, he's going through the crisis right now. So we can't do any recording or anything. So we're going to have to do this live and then he can just fix the audio later. So
okay. And I think we also had technical difficulties because I don't even know how to use my phone. Never mind all this other crap I got hooked up right now.
No, I'm glad you dressed up and everything too. Are those where are you at your house? What do you
This is my house. This is the basement.
Okay, that gives me more questions than anything, but anyway. So this is it's Over the Edge, and my name is Vicky Hughes, and this is Nelson Mayr, and we're just going to talk a little bit about anxiety. He's a comedian in Winnipeg. Are you okay? You guys have COVID.
I'm in Winnipeg. I mean, of course I'm not okay. It's fucking terrible here.
You guys have a lot of COVID there. Are you sick? How's your family?
Yes. Nobody's sick here, but we are under a kind of lockdown again. Everything's shut down again. We have a rampant number of cases. Every day it's like 400 new cases here in Winnipeg. So we're told now that we might even have a curfew coming into place.
Oh, a curfew. How are you?
Interesting, yeah. And I think right now restaurants are only takeout. There's no dine-in allowed. Everything is closed down. And anything that is open is like 25% capacity.
It's almost, well, so it's almost the same as what it was for the first shutdown.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So how did you handle the first shutdown?
It was not so bad for me. I had my kids the entire time. I had 4 months straight. My ex thought that she was an important healthcare worker and was going to get COVID and give it to everybody and was paranoid. So she just wanted the kids to stay here, and I'm okay with that. So I kept them the full 4 months. Towards the end, it was rough because I'm trying to be a school teacher. I'm not a school teacher. I didn't want to be a school teacher. I would have went to university to do that. All of a sudden, I'm having to teach them, and I don't even like my kids half the time. So that was rough. But no, we got through it. We got through the first 4 months.
4 months. So you're homeschooling for 4 months. You're homeschooling right now?
I am, yeah.
How old are they?
Right now.
And your granddaughter's living with you?
No, they do not. No, my daughter has her own place, thankfully.
Okay.
I was almost going to be her daycare worker. I was almost going to do that. I was going to be homeschooling my 3 kids that live with me and then watching my 2 grandkids. And then I realized that somebody's going to die if I try to do all that. I'm not capable of keeping up with all these kids anymore. So we put the kibosh on that plan. But homeschooling them is going okay so far. And now I think the schools are shutting down, or a lot of people are leaving because kids are getting COVID, and Winnipeg's nuts. Winnipeg's crazy.
Yeah, you guys really had it together.
For a long time. Somebody's asking. I'm ADHD, so when I see somebody talking, I'm just going to go somewhere. Also, like I was mentioning earlier, it's really weird for me, these kind of things, because I have no clue where the fuck I'm supposed to look. My
No,
instinct
I
is to
didn't
look
know
at
it.
myself.
I didn't know you had I didn't know you had ADD. So do I. In the first episode was Scott, who was ADD. So it was just like we just kind of like went
Yep.
all like over the place, but he was able to edit before we did it presentation mode. So we're just
Yep.
gonna
Yep.
go off. But yeah, I find this a
Oh,
little
we're
bit
gonna go
distracting.
everywhere then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fine though. And yes, I do have Rampage behind me. Who is ever asking? Awesome game, classic.
How many how how many games do you have in your basement?
I have these three back here, and then I have another one that hasn't been set up yet. That
Okay.
I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. And I have another 4 or 5 that I want to buy. The problem is I have a lot more things that I want than I have space for.
Okay. If I had
So
kids, that's how I'd be
I,
homeschooling them. I'd be like, go play the video games for a while.
yeah,
Our society is going to be a disaster in about 10 years with all of these homeschooled kids, just from my perspective.
yeah. Well, if I'm teaching them, that's for sure.
Yeah. Do you have to learn like the new math and you have to change gears for each kid?
No, I don't know. You know, if they tried to pull that shit on me, I'd be like, no, sorry, not happening. Here's a calculator. Just go figure it out.
Yeah.
I've seen those
Oh,
videos with the new math, and they do all kinds. That's too complex for me. Here's a
yeah.
calculator.
I
Figure
did
it out.
the old
I
math
can
is
teach them
are
how to
really tough.
cheat. I'm really good at that.
Yeah. Have you done any comedy since the shutdown?
No, not really. I started to do a TV show with a friend. We started to record it, and it didn't work out at all. That friend was not editing the show like he was supposed to, and we ended up getting into a bit of a fight about it. Now he doesn't want to talk to me.
Was it
That's fine. It is what it
Clayton?
is.
I'm
It
just
was
kidding.
Clayton. Yes, he
Was
was
it?
just
I
supposed
liked
to
that
edit. That's
show.
all he had to do.
Why didn't it
What's that?
work? I liked it. I was enjoying it.
It was fun. We recorded episodes and then he never edited them. And I'd meet with him and I would say, dude, what do you need from me? What can I do to help you? And nothing. And then I would contact him and say, hey, when are we going to get together and edit? And he would give me excuse after excuse. And then finally I just stopped asking him about it. And then he didn't talk to me. So that's where we left it. And then the last time I
Oh,
tried to get in touch with him, I said, dude, if you want to meet and talk, we can go ahead and do that. And then I haven't heard back from him. So
so you do the same thing. You do the same thing that I do. So when you have like a bunch of projects going on at the same time, and then you go nuts on social media. What are you doing right now? The bang tape
oh, that's
battle.
just
Yeah,
you
no,
know what?
that's
I
that's
got
what you
bored.
do.
I
That's
had
how you
nothing to
do it.
do. I had
So
nothing to do.
what
Like
is
you
it?
said, there's no comedy for me. I had shows lined up. The last show I did was at the end of March. And then when all this shit hit and the first lockdown happened, I had a tour set up that I was going to be doing in Brandon, around the Brandon area. We had 7 shows, 5 of them sold out. All of it got canceled. And then I had to reschedule that, and we rescheduled it for the end of September. And that's when Brandon got put on a second lockdown. So we had to cancel the rescheduled shows. So there's nothing. I haven't done any real comedy yet, other
And
than
that's how you
this.
end up with Battle of the Bands and stuff and
Yeah, I was
that
just
kind of
bored
stuff.
and I wanted to
Dude,
do
I got a
something, so I
TikTok
started posting
account.
on Facebook. What's
Yeah,
that?
no, I got a TikTok. I got a TikTok. I got a TikTok
Yeah,
account. Like
I've
I
seen
went
it.
the other
Yeah.
way too. I started a YouTube channel. I did that. I see all these battles that you're having right now going on Facebook. Who won the rock song one?
AC/DC, Highway to Hell came out on top. I knew it
Okay.
was going to. I got a lot of res friends on my page, and Indians love AC/DC, so they were definitely going to win. The only way they would have lost is if I put them up against CCR.
Oh, so you didn't on purpose to
I
make your
did
friends
not on
happy.
purpose. No,
Yeah.
no.
Are you on any other platforms right now? Are you doing anything
No,
more
I'm
on
an
with
old
your
man,
YouTube?
Mickey. You know, lots of people are telling me to get on that TikTok thing, and I
I'm
made
40.
one.
Yeah.
I made one, and I've looked at it. I don't know how to do these things. I don't know that I want to do them. I seen the
You're
dude on the
stunned.
skateboard drinking the juice, and he gets like 8 million views, and now he's hanging out with Snoop Dogg, and I'm like, shit, I want to hang out with Snoop Dogg. I can fucking go on a skateboard and drink juice. I'd fall on my ass, but maybe that would go viral, right? But I
You're
don't know how to use these things. I
You
need a
can. It's
nerd that
so
can just
easy. If I
set
can
it up
figure
for
it
me.
out, you can figure it out. But that's where like generations use like they're designing they're dominating the music charts. 6 of them right now are all trending on YouTube. They're taking over YouTube, right? I mean, they're kind of redesigning comedy, and it's not like on Instagram you have to be like rich or well known to get a lot of play, right? Like or in
Yeah.
Facebook, like you post a video and then after a couple of days it's done forever. Like if you just have something good, it will go. I went viral. I went finally after like 6 months. I was posting stuff and then I had one that went viral. Viral is considered 1 million views, not like like, you don't get that kind of play anywhere else. That's
Hmm.
why, like, you can do anything. You'll find your, find your niche.
Yeah. I went viral. I went viral. The doctor gave me some penicillin, cleared it all up. We're good to go.
That was when you were on fire, I heard.
Ding.
Oh, so no TikTok. I was actually looking for you on TikTok and I found your son's account.
Oh yeah, there might be a couple
Yeah.
videos of me on there doing stupid things that he asked me to do. I have no shame. Here's a video. Dad, dance. Do this dance. Whatever the fuck. Whatever.
No,
Put
like
the
it was
camera on me.
amazing.
I'll do it.
I was gonna send them to you, and I thought, no, that's just like this is Nelson's son's corner of the universe. I'll just let that be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wrong
don't know. I
tank
might give it a
line.
shot again. I just couldn't
Whatever
figure
it
it out.
was. Sorry,
French
I
friends
got
do
distracted.
love their AC/DC. Yes.
Yeah, that's Mark. And I like ACDC. Yeah, it's
See,
gonna
I
be
can't see very well from the picture, but that looks like a cousin. See?
looks like a cousin. I
Yep.
don't know. I'm not gonna hazard guesses because you just shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
As a general rule.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we get in trouble on that. Oh, somebody's taught my friend Chris. I went to school with Chris. He says I'm not technologically inclined. Said he didn't know how to use his phone. He wasn't lying. The sad part is his phone is a rotary phone. This is true. Yes.
Well, then I'm absolutely amazed. This is absolutely tremendous. It's very exciting to have it. You know what? Tremendous. That just reminded me of something because I have ADHD. So the election's going to be happening tomorrow, and
Yes, that's
I don't know.
exciting. U.S.
I
is
don't
gonna
know
burn.
directly.
It's crazy.
And you guys are
It's crazy
in
what's
lockdown.
happening. There's gonna be riots in the street, no matter what
Like
happens.
no matter what happens. In fact, this is the only time that I've actually been sort of and just stay with me for a second. I believe that the Republicans will cause far more damage. So I almost hope that they kind of win just because the other side won't be as destructive. They'll both be destructive. There will be mayhem. There will be fires, death. There will be a lot of pain. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I just
Mm,
want the group that would be the most damaging to win. And then it would kind of keep the anarchy to a minimum,
Well,
if
Donald
that's
Trump will tell you
possible.
that's the far left. That's Antifa that's gonna cause the most trouble.
Antifa. Wow, what a shit show.
You know what?
Like,
I'll tell you
just,
straight. I don't talk a lot about the politics because people are insane. But
yeah.
being serious for a second, just for a second, since my buddy Chris is there and he's watching, he's in the U.S. military. He lives in the States. And I actually am a little concerned because when the riots were happening in Minneapolis, he was there, right? And he's a friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, and shit can go crazy fast, right? So there's a little bit of concern for me just on that personal level, right? I mean, when you have somebody that's close to it and could be in danger because of this, you can't help but think about this, right? And I was really worried about him during those Minneapolis riots since he's watching.
Oh, I've got a
And
friend in Texas right now. Yeah. So, and a friend in New York, and those are the places that are going to explode. But it's going to be like I believe it's going to be like a slow kill over time because it'll just get put off, put off, put off. There won't be like a
so,
trigger.
so
Like
who do you think's
like
going to win?
I think Biden's going to win.
You think so? I think Trump's going to win.
Well, I mean, okay,
I,
sorry.
I really still think he's going
I
to win.
think Trump is going to lose, but he's not going to concede because because he won't concede. He doesn't lose. He's not going to admit because you have to do
Yeah.
they do a concession speech, which is more of like a gentleman's agreement, and
You
he's
know,
not a gentleman.
regardless of what you think of his politics, he is entertaining to watch, man. He is fun to watch.
But he's so like people. I think everybody's tired of it now. I think that the next 4 years is a roller coaster. But I mean, what a way to go out in 2020. How is the rest of your
Hmm.
2020 been going?
I'm doing nothing. I am like driving around delivering food to keep myself sane, just so I can get out of the house right away and have something to do. You know, I got
Yeah,
nothing else going on. No comedy shows coming down the pike. I was offered to do one of these Zoom shows for the
yeah.
military actually, and I really want to do a show for the military. I've done a couple, and this would have been a bigger show, but I don't want my first impression with these people to be a Zoom show. I feel like that'd be really awkward and weird for me.
Yeah. How
My
do you
friend
feel?
Chris says it's not funny to watch Trump
What about when people
when he's
say
your
that?
leader.
Well, people say that you're going to have to adapt, like just the way it is right now. Nothing is going to go back to the way that it was until 2022, 23. What do you say
Mhm.
to the people that say that you need to adapt to online comedy in some capacity to stay relevant, or else you're just not going to be performing until 2022, 2023.
I mean, yeah, if you want to keep doing comedy, this is what you
Yeah.
have to do. And I've been kicking myself a little bit for not jumping on board a little earlier because there is some money there. There is the ability to perform for some people. And when I was offered it, I kind of scoffed at it, which I think is kind of ignorant because there's so many of us that really want to be doing comedy. I got to erase this. Somebody's talking to me. Sorry, I can't talk right now.
Like, I
ADD.
got
No,
it.
not loud. Just Jerry Everett. You fucking fucked me up, man. uh, no, you asked me a question and sidetracked. What the hell was I talking about? Yeah. So I had an opportunity to do it. Like a lot of us want to do it so bad, and I had an opportunity. I thought, oh, Zoom. I was a Zoom snob, right? So I passed on it. But I think, like you said, if we want to keep doing comedy, yeah, absolutely, we have to adapt. We have to find ways to do it and be creative. And I almost did a drive-in comedy show. That would have been interesting in Edmonton.
Oh, wow.
So
In
they heckle
Edmonton,
you,
they're
they just
doing a
run
lot
your
of
ass
shows as
over.
well. Oh.
At the
Oh, fuck.
time, I was like, I'm not going to Edmonton. Their case numbers are crazy. Now I'm in Winnipeg. It's like the worst place to be in North
Yeah.
America for COVID. I was like, I'd rather be anywhere but here.
Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said that if I was doing an interview with you, I'd better be really careful. I said, no, you're staying there. You're staying safe. Stay
Yeah.
far away in Winnipeg. So,
Hmm.
how long is it? All right.
This guy
Yeah.
says I
No.
wanted to see Hillary win. You know what? In the last election, the night before the election, I was doing a presentation in a feminist studies class at the University of Brandon on Indigenous masculinity. And I said to the group of feminist studies students, what an exciting time we're at because tomorrow, and I'm not supporting Hillary, I wasn't a Hillary supporter, but I thought she was going to win. I said, it's
She
crazy.
did win. She won
Tomorrow
the
we're going to
caucus.
have our first female president. And then I read the paper the next day, and holy shit, that's crazy. I mean, after that grab him by the pussy thing, I thought he was done for. Like anything he did just seemed to endear him more. That's why I say he's fun to watch, especially when, yes,
Yeah.
Chris, when he's not my leader, he's fun to watch. It's just insane. Everything that he would do, I thought, oh, well, now he's done. Fuck it. Just like he's
Yeah.
Teflon. Nothing could stop the guy. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm
You
not
know what?
sympathetic.
He's a bully and he says weird shit sometimes, but I like watching him in interviews because he's such a narcissistic prick. I love watching it.
But we see
We're
this and
comedians.
it's
We're all
entertainment
narcissistic
value
pricks.
for us. Like so many, like there's still a chance that he could become, that he could maintain his presidency. Like to me, that's more
Yeah,
terrifying that
yeah,
many people would keep somebody like that in power. That's
yeah.
the scary part.
This guy says Canada had a woman run their country before the U.S. That's true, but I wouldn't count her because she got in
Was not
after
elected.
Mulrooney left, so she wasn't really elected to run the
Yeah,
country. So I'm not counting that.
yeah.
I'm not against it. I sound like an asshole there, like, oh fuck, that doesn't count. We've never had a woman run our country. No, I'm not against it at all. I'm just until we actually elect somebody, I don't think it.
That's right.
I don't think it counts. A tight
No,
race,
but
yeah, maybe. I think Trump's going to win, and I'm not saying whether I want him to or not because I'm not getting into that conversation with people. I don't need that kind of hatred in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I did bet that Trump would win a long time ago. At the very beginning of his first term, I had a friend who said he's going to get impeached and he's going to be kicked out of the office. I said it's not going to happen. He's not going to get kicked out of the office, and not only that, I bet you he runs and wins a second term. So I have $1,000 on Trump winning tomorrow's election.
yeah. The only reason why I even thought that he had a chance of winning is I was like, there's absolutely no way. But then I look at how popular, and I'm sorry because I know a lot of people like wrestling, but then I look at how popular like wrestling is, and I'm like, no, there's a lot of wingnuts out there that absolutely
Fucking love
love that
wrestling.
shit, and they're gonna get all riled up and all that
Yep,
crap. So,
sure.
you know,
I think Trump's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
what a nutcase.
He did a couple
Unfortunately,
WrestleMania appearances. The
you
wrestling
they,
fans love Trump. That's why I think he's going to win because he is the voice that is preaching about freedom, right? That's what he's doing. I mean, the Americans love their freedom, right? They love freedom. You're not taking my guns away, all that kind of shit. And Trump is saying, this is what we want. This is what we're going to give you. And Biden is kind of more of the, if we need to lock down, we'll lock down. And I think that's going to be the factor that pushes things over the edge for him.
yeah, I don't think anybody gives a shit who Biden is. Genuinely, like nobody's really passionate. I haven't seen anybody be like, yeah, Biden. It's just that like it's either Trump or not Trump. Like
I've seen a lot
Biden.
of memes of Biden sniffing hair and stuff like that.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, like well, and that's the choice too. Could you imagine being a voter right now in the States? It's like, hey, are you a racist or a pedophile? Make sure you vote. You have
Yeah.
that's what it's broken down to.
Yeah.
And
Well, we
that's,
got Trudeau, who's worn blackface so many times he doesn't even
oh
know
my,
the number.
I don't even know what to say with that. Politics is ridiculous. I hope not a lot of people die tomorrow. I hope that I hope that we don't know for a while and it's long and drawn out and then it's a very, then Trump leaves peacefully, which he won't, but I hope he does.
He's gonna win. He's not gonna
Yeah.
leave. I think he's gonna win. I'll
So
be
you think
surprised if
Trump's
he
gonna
doesn't.
win?
And if he doesn't, I think there could be some riots, some bad things happen.
Yeah, well, this isn't oh look, no, I did it too, the whole ADHD thing. Um, Trump's gonna lose, but Trump's not gonna concede office, and that's what the problems are gonna be. That's where the problems are all gonna arise. So I don't think we're gonna know tomorrow. Oh, look, is that your daughter? Your daughter's here.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like the purge, she
So
says.
Dad come home, everything's on fire. We don't, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what she's saying. Oh, wait, you are home. You're in the basement. Dad, where are
I'm
you? We
home.
love you. Miss you.
She's the one that has her own house. So if her house is on
Oh,
fire, she's in more trouble than I
you
am.
can tell her to come and look after the other kids, and then she can teach them stuff. And then you can play your games behind you.
I can, yeah. I got the high score on all those bad boys. That's my claim to
Yeah.
fame. I can't play the regular. They play all these video games with 18 controllers, buttons, and all kinds of shit. I'm an old man. I need the Nintendo with A and B buttons. That's all I can handle.
So if somebody came along and unplugged one of those, would you absolutely lose your shit?
You know what? I unplugged them, and the high score is still on there.
All right. So
Yeah.
no.
So
All
no
right. Well,
problem.
awesome. Thanks so much for this. I'm gonna try to clean up the sound and see if I can upload it. I haven't even been reading what people are writing.
Awesome.
I
Me
might
neither. How long are your episodes, by the way?
like
How long do we do this for?
you mean emotionally or the stuff?
Yeah.
I was planning on like 20 minutes to half an hour, but when Scott and I sat down, it was like ended up being like 50 minutes or something. So
Yeah.
I'm not really even sure. I'm not even entirely sure about format or where I'm gonna be posting them up. I was told that you did a podcast, didn't you? I'm supposed to
Oh
have
yeah,
like
but I
five or six
hate them.
episodes and then upload them and then do them live. I just don't know where I want to live yet. I haven't decided
Yeah.
where they're gonna be. So if I make a few different formats, do some live, do some just audio, do some in a studio, and see what
Hmm.
works best. You
Yeah,
you
I
said
say
that
just record it and then cut out all the boring shit.
yeah. I wonder how we're
Perfect.
gonna do this with the live. Oh, actually, maybe I'll do it as a video. That's
Yeah,
not
I
true.
don't know any of the technical shit. I did the podcast thing, and that's what we did. We just recorded anything boring we cut out, and that's why Eric Hazelhurst was kind of on the show, but not really, because all his shit was cut out because he was deemed too boring.
I really liked that. You had an excellent setup. The stage, the quality was good. The sound was great. You were funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but unfortunately, all the footage is in Clayton's basement, not being edited at all. And then what happened was he said to me, I'm going back to that because that's what we do when we have ADD. We jump around, right, as you're aware.
No, no, dude,
So
it's about anxiety. Let it out. Unpack it
okay,
all.
well this is my anxiety. Fuck, I was so
Okay.
mad at this guy, and he apologized at the end because he says, "I realize it's all my fault, and can I have one more chance to edit this stuff?" And then I said, "Sure," and I waited and I waited and I waited, and every day was an excuse and nothing. And then finally, somebody messaged me saying, "Hey," a bunch of people messaged me saying, "Hey, when is my episode going to air?" So that's why I had messaged him and said, "Dude, like I need this footage so I can start doing it myself. And if you want to get together and chat, let's do that." That was like 2 weeks ago now, and he hasn't gotten back to me. What happened is he got mad at me because I moved. I think he's not talking to me, so I don't know. Clayton, if you watch this, fuck you. I mean, you
I want to
dropped the
see his
ball,
name
and
come
so
by.
I went on and I recorded an episode without him. I mean, what am I supposed to do? You're not doing what you need to do. You're not talking to me. I still need to record shit. So I went and did that, and I had a blast. I invited Sean Watson, magician, who had a show coming up, and I had Matt Falk, who's a hilarious comedian, come on and do the show. It's a lot of fun, and I have that pretty much ready to go. Editing took nothing. So I got all this other footage that's in Clayton's basement. I'm willing to edit it and put the episodes up and be done with it, but he's not talking to me. I don't know what the hell to say.
Hmm. Maybe you should learn how
I'm
to do
not.
some editing.
I'm not. I'm doing it. I edited that last episode. It's pretty much good to go. I just got to record a couple things. It's not. That's
Oh,
the funny thing. It's not that hard. It's not a 6 week to edit one episode process. And I know he's been dealing with other things, whatever he's got going on. that's why I kept meeting with him saying, dude, what do you need for me to help you along with this? And nothing. So, but you know what happens? I think sometimes people drop the ball and you hold the mirror up and say, hey, look, you're dropping the fucking ball. And then they get mad because you're pointing out their errors and their flaws, right? So then I'm the bad guy for having said, you fucked up.
Yeah. I feel like
I'll,
tagging
I'll
him
be
here.
the bad guy, whatever. I'm too old to have that drama shit. So I'm not chasing after people to try to be my friend. Clayton wants to talk to me. I'm here. I'll chat with him. It's not so far gone that we can't fucking fix things and move on. But I'm just too old for that kind of crap. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, well, no, look, I didn't have sound. Like, somebody wasn't here to set up sound for me, so I needed to do a Facebook Live. Like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
If you're waiting and stuff, you need stuff to be done. I should probably learn how to edit and stuff as well too. But, well, I
Yeah.
hope Clayton calls you because you guys are a good team. And in 2023, when there's touring again, it'd be really good to see you guys back on the road. And
I would
maybe
love
we'll
to go
have
back
that
there.
episode cut for you by then.
I have a tour that's ready to get back up and running as soon as the world's back up and running. So we're not, the promoter and I are still ready to go. Clayton, I was going to bring him along to be my opener on that. So he might be on the tour. And if he's not talking to me, I'll get somebody else.
Yeah.
So
Good.
if you're available, Mickey, you want to come do some shows maybe?
What? Yeah, of course I would. Of course I would do some shows. I miss doing
And you won't
shows.
have to,
I
you
got
won't
a
have to edit anything.
TikTok I miss doing shows.
I know that's brutal. I don't know. I mean, I've watched some of your TikToks. I enjoy it. They're funny. They make me laugh.
Well,
I
see,
don't
but
know how to do all that crap.
no, I need an iPhone. There's shit because I've got an Android and even though it's a Galaxy uh it's like an S10 Plus. Like it's really good. Like it's really it's great, but it's not compatible with the app. So anything posted by Android looks like shit. So even the one that I have that actually went viral, it's kind of embarrassing because it looks like crap, right? It looks like it's filtered to death when it's not. That's just how it uploads. It's just the app isn't meant
Yeah.
for my phone. So I either need to get an iPhone if I really want to take it seriously, but then I don't want to take it seriously because it's TikTok. And why do I only have 22 subscribers on YouTube? I open them at the same time. So,
Yeah. Jade says she's going to set up a TikTok for me and I can do the WAP dance.
so what you do if you're starting a TikTok account is the first like 5 TikToks are very important. It happened to be that the 5th TikTok that I ever posted did really well, about like 100,000 views relatively quickly.
Hmm.
And it's going, yeah. So then the algorithm finds you and it'll, but it just turns out that I'm me just being me when like wherever. It doesn't matter, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. I don't need a
Yeah.
shtick. It's just I'm a mess. So it found other people who were messes and then put my stuff out to them. So I was able to kind of make like a small community relatively quickly. Like if you go
Okay.
on and you do like I was also a bit of an asshole. Like I went on, I did a lot of the trends and then got a lot of views and then deleted those videos. And then it just looks like I have a lot more
Oh,
content.
yeah.
Like,
Brilliant.
yeah. So yeah, you play some of the games and you get your followers and you get your friends and you do your interactions. Oh yeah, I did
I
some
don't
really
even know what
stupid
a
stuff.
WAP dance is.
I'm not doing it. Like I
It
will, there
sounds
is
it sounds awfully racist against Italian people. That's what it sounds like to me.
no, but if you did it, you would go viral. Anybody can go
Oh,
viral
yeah.
too. Like anybody. All you need is a good video. You put up a video and it sends it
Yeah.
to 5 people, and if people watch it, then it goes to 10 people, and it goes to 25, and then you wake up in the morning, you have 27,000 views, and you're like, why did
You
this
know,
one take off?
a photo I took went viral, and my name's not attached to it, so I have no credit for it. But I've seen it everywhere. It's been shared by millions of people, and it's my photo that I took. I was in Shoppers Drug Mart several years ago, and somebody had moved. It wasn't even me. Somebody had moved an advertisement for Halls, and it said "Keep your throat game strong," and they had moved it, or the staff put it there without thinking, near the condoms. And I thought, this is hilarious. It says, keep your throat game strong. I took a picture of it. I shared it on Facebook. Didn't think much more of it. I shared it a few times over the years. And now I've seen other people sharing it, and I've looked online. It's everywhere online. Thousands of people have shared this goddamn thing. And I took
Yeah,
that
take
picture. But
it, put it on a green screen, which is really easy. Make your first TikTok about that and have that one go viral. Claim it. You're
yeah,
like, yeah, I see this everywhere. This is mine.
shit.
This is mine.
Then I should just do that and claim everything, even shit that's not mine. That'd be fantastic.
There are people that design their entire TikTok accounts around that. But I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's your sense of humor, right? It's your
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
And just claim outrageous things like I invented the question mark.
Yes, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Like they'll do like just like,
Okay.
you know, I'm so and so's like daughter, like Fleetwood Mac now. Like she has, or like she has like 12 different daughters now, all claiming like, and she doesn't have any kids, but like they're just all over TikTok being like, yeah, she's my mom. People do bizarre things, they do crazy things. But if you find like the weird sort of crazy funny side of TikTok and you end up on a For You page of other people that think that you're very funny, it's
Mhm.
very entertaining. Yeah. I still would have rather
Maybe I'll
lumped
give
it
it
with
another
you.
shot. I am hard up for entertainment, and that's why I'm pitting songs against each other just to have some kind of interaction with people. So who knows? Maybe I'll
Yeah.
try TikTok again.
What's this one called again? What's your current
This is
battle?
the Bang Tape Olympics.
Bang Tape Olympics. Thank you.
Bang
Sorry, I
Tape.
should have written it down.
See, now I don't know, like the younger generation don't know what the hell I'm talking about when I say bang tape. They don't know what I'm talking about when I say tape, like cassette tapes. Back when you'd make a mix, right? Like a romantic mix to get somebody in the mood and you play all these power ballads, right? Like Motley Crue Without You and stuff like that. So bang tape. And
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people my generation, my age, had a bang tape. So that's where it stemmed from, right? You know, I made a joke. I do a joke on stage where I talk about my bang tape. First, I explain to the audience what it is because there's usually a lot of young people. I'm doing 80s comedies, Chris. That's coming up next. Um, sorry, ADD. So I did the joke on stage where I talk about how my bang tape I made, it was a 90-minute tape, which I had way more expectations than I was worth because I didn't need 90 minutes of bang tape. My first song was Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, which was perfect because in the song, when it starts, Brett Michaels goes, and I did too. That's when I was done. I didn't need any more bang tape. Did the same thing Brett did. After that, it was just 89 minutes of awkward cuddling. So that's a joke I do on stage back when I was allowed to be on stage. And I thought, shit, this is something to do. I'm going to put power ballads against each other and see which one comes out on top. So we're in round 2 right now. We're wrapping it up. I haven't posted the last 2 days. I've been distracted with other things, but I'm going to get back to
Who's
it tomorrow.
who's it between right now? Like who is the last one? I think I've been
The
voting.
last one I did, shit, I don't even remember.
Oh,
I have no idea what I did. I think it was Foreigner. I Want to Know What Love Is versus, I don't know, maybe it
yeah.
was Aerosmith, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, but I've been watching them. I haven't been voting just because it feels weird for me to be like voting in a Bang Tape Olympics. But I have been watching and I was participating in your last one. So I am watching your Facebook stuff.
And coming up soon, I'm going to be doing 80s comedy movies.
80s comedy movies.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So
like it
like
like
you know, like 16 Candles versus The Goonies, that kind of stuff. Which one do you think is the better movie?
oh yeah, okay. I thought like I was like flipping it over to like a different format or something. I'm like, what do you mean? Like I
Oh
was
yeah, I know.
like they like
I
reviews
think
or
that'll be
something.
fun too because people can like share their favorite quotes from those movies.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be fun.
That'll keep you entertained.
Maybe I'll do it on TikTok. I tried doing that with the first song battle thing where I was recording me talking about it, but I felt really weird sitting in the basement talking to myself, and that's again why the Zoom show idea just seems weird to me. I like having somebody that I can talk to. That's why I liked having a co-host, like whether it's Clayton or anybody, just somebody that I can chat with makes it so much easier for me than just sitting here talking in a basement to myself.
I don't know, I
And I
got
didn't
used
think
to it
people were
kind of
watching the
quick.
videos. What's that?
And with oh, I was gonna say I got
I,
used to it kind of quick. Like I didn't
yeah.
at first it was kind of weird and now I'm jumping into dumpsters and like like I kind of don't even care now. I'll be like, it's for TikTok. What?
Yeah.
Like,
Ladybug.
yeah,
Was
so
Ladybugs in 1980s? I don't know. Chris is saying that was my favorite movie. It was Rodney Dangerfield. I don't know if it was 80s. It might have been early 90s. But Ladybugs was an awesome movie, Chris, so fuck you. You're Rodney
I don't
Dangerfield.
know. Oh, he's making funny. I don't even know that. I don't know
Never seen it?
no.
No. Look, see,
Sounds
now,
weird.
now my anxiety is getting to me because at one point we had 18 viewers. Now we have 14. I don't know
Oh, it
who the
says
hell we
13.
lost.
We
People
had
are bad. Now it's
17 at
13.
one
Oh,
point.
shit.
Now you know we're just reading the screen. Cheesy's on your wedding dress. Hey, Carrie.
That was a TikTok video? Was that TikTok?
Uh,
That was just something you
no, that
did,
was the
right?
silent. That was the silent reading.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was the reading, and I want to do the rest of that book too, but I don't know how to amp it up from reading in the wedding dress. Like the first one was just reading by myself, and that was just weird all on its own. And the second one was the eating the cheesies. Like how the fuck do I amp it up? Like where do you go from that, right? So I contacted the author to see if maybe I could
Hmm.
get him like to create, like he could be like pretending or like, if it's just a picture of him writing. So I don't know. So we
Yeah.
friended me on Facebook, but he hasn't answered me at all. I tried to get Jeff Nixon, who did the original series, and thought we could do
Okay.
like some kind of competitive silent, power
Yeah.
reading or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Group reading session, and you're just silent.
That's right. Like just yeah, we're competitive, right? Whoever reads it faster.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like but completely silent. I don't know. I want to do the rest of it. It was raining one day. I'm like, should I just go lay out in the yard and read the next chapter? Like, what do I do?
Jade says read it while doing the WAP.
I'm not doing. I can't. You know what? Nobody wants me to do that. Like,
I don't know
I'm
what
gonna
it is, but I'm
send
gonna find out
you.
and I'll do it. Jade knows that I will do it. Whatever the hell it is, I don't even care. I'll do it.
I would throw out my back. It's a TikTok dance, but it's a lot more complicated than the cop car one. That was
I don't
easy.
know the cop car one either. See, this is how old I am. I
Okay,
don't know
yeah, no,
these things.
you know how old you are. Oh, well, I wasn't
WAP.
that old back in March. And
Is
you're
this
gonna.
something to do with not Nicki Minaj? What's her name? I don't even know their names anymore. Who had that
I
song?
don't know.
Everybody was
Yeah,
pissed off. This chick was
yeah,
singing a
that
song
one.
about her.
That song you're thinking of right now. Yes, it's that song.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So there's some kind of
So
dance that
you're
she
gonna
does in the
do.
video.
You know what? Hang on a second. Well, you know what I'm gonna do here? You read something.
Cardi
I'm
B,
gonna.
that's her name. I knew I would get it
I'm,
all by
I'm gonna
myself without
show
anybody
you.
posting it.
I'm gonna show you right now. Guap dance. I'll let you. Dead air is good, right? When you're not saying anything, but you're live broadcasting.
Yeah, people
Okay,
like
hang
that.
on.
If we pretend we're reading, it'll be okay. I don't care about
Yes.
today's music though, Chris. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't listen to anything new. Anything past like 95, I'm done.
Okay, so you said that you're gonna do it, so I'm gonna show you what dance you'll be doing.
Jade says I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm
You
ready.
are,
I
and
know
you
it's
can
dance
see
for
it
that.
right
And
now.
I'm not offended by it. I don't know why people are mad that chicks are singing about their wet ass pussy after we had Two Live Crew screaming about their big fat dicks for years.
Uh,
Two Live, yes,
oh,
Chris.
so okay, so this is the one you're gonna be doing.
Okay, I'm ready for it. I can't lift my legs at all. Like, what the hell? All right, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna hurt. Not only I'm gonna hurt
It's not
everything
this
on me if I try
complicated.
to do that.
That's
That's
I think
crazy.
yeah, there's oh, except like so many of them are popular now that like the crazier ones are kind of getting. Okay, you know what? That's a really bad example too. You get it.
Wow.
You know what?
Yeah.
You also do normal, but they're all crazy. Like they're
You
all
know,
so
I'll,
yeah.
I'll try, but it's not gonna look anything like that when I try to do it.
Okay, if you do it
Okay?
on TikTok, I'll duet it. I'll duet it,
All right.
which means
Awesome.
I'll do a
It's gonna
split
be
screen and
me
do
like hitting the
exactly what you're
ground and
doing.
then crying for a half hour because I threw out my knee or something. That's what's gonna
Well, it's
happen
not
if I try that shit.
however,
Yeah,
however
I
you
love
do it, I'll
NSYNC.
split. What's
Yeah,
that?
my cousin's making fun of me because she says I love NSYNC. Damn right. Bye bye bye. That's my jam.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The, the pandemic is clearly getting to you. Can we make a betting pool on how far he gets before Jay needs to call an ambulance? I'm gonna
Okay.
send you a couple.
It's not gonna take long. I will
Oh,
hurt myself. I'll give it a shot. I'm
okay, I'm
adventurous.
gonna I'm gonna send you a few of these. So
Okay.
what I'll do is I let you go. I'm gonna send these to you. Go make a TikTok and you can open it up by doing the WAP.
That'll be my first one. It's gonna be a TikTok. It's gonna be just like titled 40-year-old man hurts himself badly. That's what it's gonna be. Because I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but it
lie
would
about
have
my
to
age.
be that. It would have to be 40-year-old man hurts themselves badly, 44926, because there's going to be you have any idea how many people are on this? How many
Oh
people
yeah.
have done
Shit.
exactly that?
I love
Yeah,
videos like that. I love watching videos, especially where people are trying to do something cool and they hurt themselves. That shit amuses me. I love that.
TikTok is your world. That's where you should be.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Awesome.
I just my only experience in it is my kids' videos. It's just them screaming and doing weird shit.
Yeah, no, it's there's a far broader scope of what's
Okay.
available.
So I don't have to eat Tide Pods or anything like that.
No, I mean you can if you want to.
Sure,
That's
why the fuck not?
Oh, that is so last year. They do stupid things, like there's stupid challenges. But I'm old, so yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you jump into a dumpster like a month ago? Wasn't
That
that
was
was
a
that a
challenge.
challenge? Or
Wait a second. That was just on my own of my own
that wasn't even
volition.
a
That
challenge. You're just like, fuck it, this needs to happen. I'm gonna do this.
exactly. In fact, a couple days before that, I posted. I'm like, "Hey, can anybody can I? Does anybody have a dumpster I can jump into? Can you?
Yeah, I
Because
saw that.
I was asking
Yeah.
people. I was like, can I jump into your dumpster? Well, no, and there's oh yeah, and then other people are like, well, just go jump in a dumpster. Like, well,
Yeah.
you can't just jump in a dumpster. Like, you need to ask. So,
Yeah. You want to make sure there's no medical waste supplies or something in there.
but then I found the perfect dumpster. It was huge. It was safe. It was awesome. I was so happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the criteria required to make something a perfect dumpster?
If it's full of mattresses, that's if it's
I'll
full of
do it.
soft, if it's full of soft things, it was like full of pillows. Like I could just like
Yeah,
I could have dove in. It would have been fine.
I got it.
So
Jump in that dumpster and do your silent reading for episode 3.
do the episode from inside a dumpster.
Inside the dumpster. Perfect.
Okay, I'll think about that. Keep thinking though. Like, I need to. It'll hit me. Like something will come and I'll be like, okay, no, that's how I'll do. That's how because there's still two more chapters and I still want to do it.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
So our subject is anxiety, right? Have
Yeah.
we touched on that
Yes.
really at all?
We talked a little bit about the pandemic, as how you were handling it. You talked about having kids, that you were homeschooling them, and you talked about your children, which gives me anxiety. Um, do you have anything to add on the topic of anxiety?
Not really. This whole COVID thing. Okay, I'll share. I struggle from time to time with this. For the most part, I'm a very positive person, and I can keep myself entertained. I can watch paint dry and have fun, really, most of the time. But this shit, not going anywhere, not traveling, not doing comedy. Like comedy, as a comedian, as you know, comedy is our therapy, right? And I don't
Mhm.
have that outlet anymore, and hence the song battles against each other, just doing something, right, to have that kind of outlet and connect with people. That's been tough for me at times, right? Sitting here and not being able to travel, not being able to hit the road, not being able to get out has been rough. And I have found myself in moments feeling a lot of like I've had a couple almost mini panic attacks. And I don't share this with people usually because I try to be, I'm okay. Like everybody, how you doing, Nelson? I'm
Right.
fine. I'm great. But
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm really like a friend of mine posted a big long thing about, being in a depression and all this. And I'm like, I mean, we're all fucking, aren't we all going through this kind of shit right now?
Yeah.
Like I know
And
I
I get
am. I
that.
know I am. I feel it from time to time, and I try to be super patient. It's easier for me when I have my kids because now, for the first lockdown, where I had them here for the full time, and now we're trading them off every 3 weeks. So for the 3 weeks that they're here, it's much easier for me because I have them. I can help them with their school, or we can play video games or watch a movie together. Once they're gone, I have a girlfriend who lives with me, but she's in school, so she's kind of busy doing that, and I understand that. I'm patient with it, but I'm kind of like stuck. Like, fuck, what do I do with myself now, right? And
Yeah.
that's why I did. I opened TikTok and said, well, maybe I'll fucking do TikTok, right? And
I live alone with my dog. So I painted my
yeah,
entire house. I did all these social media platforms. You have breaks, but you guys are going to be going down for for a while. Like that's
yeah.
the
About now, we don't know how long. I mean, people are saying 2 weeks for now, but that's probably going to get extended. I mean, who knows, right? I've been
you know
getting out of the
since
house. The biggest problem for me is that it's not just losing the job because comedy is my full-time job. I stopped doing government shit to do that, and I was surviving, making money doing it, and it was great for me. But it's also my identity, right? I'm a comedian. That's what I do. So not having that, you really feel deeply hurt at times and lost. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? And that's been
mhm.
rough. And I've had some struggles with that. And like I said, when I have my kids, it's easier to get through it. The rest of the time, I just talk really fast and try to pretend everything is okay. And that's so unhealthy.
So
But
you feel like you're losing part of your identity. I think a lot of comedians are
yeah,
probably feeling the same way. When was the last
yeah.
time you broke down and cried?
Um, yeah, I don't really do that. I wish I could, but I
I
don't.
know.
Like I cried when my father died. Like I have it
Yeah.
in me, like close, and I, other than when my father died, I haven't cried. Maybe I've cried like 2, 3 times in the last decade. I had one really good cry a while back when I wasn't working and my marriage was over, and I mean that was good for a lot of reasons, but still you feel like a failure, right? And I felt really bad because I felt like I didn't want my kids to be from a broken home, whatever that means, right? And so that really caught up with me one day, and I had a real deep, heavy cry for a long time. But I feel like that was unleashing everything that I had been carrying around. So there was that, but that was about 5, 6 years ago now at this point.
Wow.
So, every 5 or 6
Yeah.
years, I need to cry real hard about something to unleash all this shit that I carry around and pretend is okay.
Well, it's good. It's very relieving. I was just wondering, but I find that a lot of my friends, mostly a lot of my girlfriends, have been finding that they've just been crying more since this had
Yeah.
happened. Like you're talking about this deep, heavy crying. I'm thinking like I schedule that at 4 o'clock 3 times a week. So I'm a lot freer with being able to cry. I'm a lot freer with being able to, just be upset and let it go. Because I always feel better after. Every
Yeah, I'm
five
kind of
years, your
from that.
body's like, oh, thank God.
I know it's wrong, and I don't treat my kids this way, but I'm from that generation where girls cry, right? Whatever that bullshit means. Like I said, I don't
Mhm.
think like that, but when you're that's hammered in your head for a number of years, you kind of feel like you have to be the strong one, the one that's on top of everything. And inside, you're not. You're completely fucking broken, but you don't want to admit that to anybody because you got to be strong, right? You got to keep moving
Yeah.
forward. I mean, you
Well, no, I
do. I got
mean,
to keep moving forward, right? And it would be great to
we
be able to
do.
sit down and just let it all out, but it doesn't. It doesn't usually come from me, even if I want to.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's my dad's
like, I
fault.
like
We
to
blame our
think that
parents
I'm
for
tough
everything.
and stuff. But, sorry?
Yeah, I said it's my dad's fault. We blame our parents for they fucked us all up. Otherwise, we wouldn't be comedians. My dad's fault. If you cry, you're a fag. That's the kind of shit he would say. Pardon my language. That's
No, but that was
what I thought it was my name
that was
until
when
I
you
was
were,
12. That's how often my dad called me that shit.
yeah. No, I had a
But
friend whose dad used to say, if you're not tough, you ain't worth shit. And that's just how they talked. So,
yeah, I just swipe people when they're trying to talk to me, so
okay.
I will
Big
talk to them
Sutton.
later.
Oh, sorry, I got
So yeah,
distracted
I just
again
thought
by that.
your topic is anxiety, so open up a little bit at least and share that I have had struggles, and I know a lot of us are. Well, movies, yeah, okay. I cry at the end of some movies, but that's a different kind of cry.
Yeah, well, the actual podcast is called Over the Edge. So,
Yeah.
and have you ever felt like you've gone to that edge? Have you ever gone over? If you got to the edge, what made you come back?
So I was in Montreal. My daughter's watching still. I don't know if she knows this or not. Um, I was feeling like I couldn't handle anything anymore. And I've been a person in the past that's been one of those like judgmental people about people that try to commit suicide, right? Like you're weak, all that kind of bullshit. It's not true at all. I recognize that now, but I have had that opinion in the past, so I haven't shared this with a lot of people. But I was feeling like there was no hope and I was lost and I didn't know what I was going to do and I wanted to not be alive anymore. And I was seriously contemplating how I'm going to do this. This isn't a joke. It sounds like a bit. It's not a bit. I was in a hotel in Montreal, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm gonna hang myself in the shower. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. And I was diagnosed with depression. I was on antidepressants. I stopped taking them because I didn't like the way they made me feel. Apparently, that's a very bad idea to just stop taking antidepressants cold turkey. That's what I had done. And I'm in this hotel, and I thought I'm gonna hang myself in the shower. I'm gonna soap up the floor so my feet are slippery and I can't get my grip and hang myself from a belt. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I was in the shower and I started to think, shit. This is where it'll sound like a bit. I started to think, shit. If people find me like this in the shower, completely naked with a belt tied around my neck, they're gonna think I was doing that autoerotic asphyxiation bullshit, and I can't have that. I don't want people thinking that kind of shit. I am going to have to go put on clothes so I can come back in the shower and do this fully clothed. And the absurdity of that thought kind of hit me, and I started laughing. And I realized, what am I doing? I mean, I love my children. I don't want to not be in their life, and I'm not going to hurt them in this way. And I have to. It was a very weak moment for me, and I got through it because that weird thought hit me, and I thought it was kind of funny and absurd at the same time. But yeah, that's the lowest point I had ever been at, and I was feeling pretty damn lost at that point in time. Yeah, I'm not cool with that word either. I was raised with it. That's what my dad used to say to me a lot. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I thank you so much. Like, I can't believe you're vulnerable like that. I can't, and that you went through that. I'm not doubting it just because I know that we have a lot of the same sort of personality, quirks. And it's funny that something like kind of humorous, sort of, I'm not going to do this because people are going to think I died of asphyxiation.
yeah. That I
You're
was
vulnerable.
being greasy in the shower. I
I'll
didn't
share
want to be the
something as
next.
well. I'll go a little. No, I know. Me going over the edge would be like I would just hurt. I would self harm. I'm an old self harmer, like from like way before it was cool to do that. Like, and like a long
Trendsetter.
time ago, I had done them cutting, and I have some. And I mean, well, actually, you know some of this, Movie. So I've got some.
Yeah.
I've got some scars, and I have some scars on my stomach, and uh, I went in for a surgery for this is like 5 or 6 years ago. I had done some really cool injury. I was putting up wallpaper that wasn't self-adhesive. So when I was coming off the chair, I ended up twisting and turning. I got a hernia, went into the hospital. They said, you need to have a hernia operation for your wallpaper injury. So I went in, and the doctor looked at my stomach and he said, have you had surgery before? And I said, I said, yeah, but it was that doctor's first day. And so, because he was looking at these scars on, and then he got it, right? Then he's like, okay, and
Yeah.
then just kind of pulls the mask down and puts it down, like, very, very funny, dear. That's very nice. So, I mean, you take these
Huh.
catastrophic things like, oh, I think I'm gonna, kill myself, or from cutting, like it was like I've got like some pretty nice scars there, but I mean, at the end of it, I've got some really good material. Like,
Yeah.
there's
That's such a
some.
comedian thing to say.
And there's so much fodder there. It's not even like it's not even funny. It's so funny it's not funny. But I
Hmm.
think yeah, maybe just being a comedian. I think a lot of us suffer from depression, anxiety, um, a lot of stuff that we just express through dark humor, which apparently is
Yeah.
really healthy. That's supposed to be very, very healthy, the dark humor.
Oh,
I
really?
learned that. Yes,
I
it's very
believe
good
it.
because
I
it's a
believe it.
release. Yeah.
You know,
Um,
in my former life, I was a social worker, and it's amazing to me how warped and twisted even the social worker's sense of humor is, and that totally is a coping mechanism.
Yeah, though there's a difference between picturing yourself like, jumping in front of a train and making a plan to go and do it. Like, so to make jokes and to be dark is actually, you'll actually release, like in your brain, there's a release when you picture these things or when you make a joke about
Yeah.
these horrible things. It
Yeah.
actually makes the situation better.
You know, I
So
did a show. I think you might be aware of this, but I'll share it with our 12 viewers. I did
I
a
was gonna
show
bring that up.
called. Oh, now it's 11. See, I lied. I did a show called "Rape is Real and Everywhere," and the concept of that show was every comedian in the show was a sexual abuse survivor.
I saw that, and you did really
I,
well. I don't know how you took that
it
subject
was
matter.
It was fantastic. It was a couple of comedians. Heather Jordan Ross was one of them from BC who put this together based on their own. Because you'd go to a show and how many comedians you'd see get on stage and do rape jokes, right? And they're horrendous
Yep.
and they're horrible and they're not funny. But this was about survivors sharing their stories. And it sounds odd to say in a humorous way, but it was really powerful to be a part of that. And I was sexually assaulted by an uncle at a very young age, so that's why I was in the show, and I shared my story and I got to own it and got to laugh, not at it, but at some of the things that surround rape culture and that kind of thing. It was
I
a really
heard it,
powerful
and that,
experience, but all of this came from this horrible situation that happened to everybody in the show. And it was such a great night. And it's just crazy to me how much humor can come from these dark places.
yeah. And to have an entire audience is because I saw it and I was absolutely blown away. To have an entire audience just like accepting of the subject matter and able to laugh
Yeah.
at it in the capacity you were giving it to them. That was amazing.
Yeah,
That-
like I said, it wasn't a thing where we're making jokes about rape, right? We were just sharing our experiences. And for me, I mean, most of my set was about my thoughts about doing the show, right? And
I'm remembering some of the jokes and I almost want to say them now just because I
yeah,
do. Yeah,
I
you're
think it's
you're
online. If anybody wants to watch it, there's a Rape is Real
so
and Everywhere Nelson Mayer video somewhere.
your opener with your like I'd like to thank.
Yeah, that was my opener. I said I recently applied to be in the Winnipeg Comedy Festival, but I didn't meet the criteria. and I applied for this other show, and unfortunately I didn't meet the criteria. So I'd like to start by thanking my uncle for helping me meet the criteria for this show.
That was, and it set the tone. I don't know why I just thought that was, oh man, we're sick. We really went some deep sea diving there. We went,
Yeah,
we really, we really got into that. So, no, yeah. What I'll do is I'll post a link to that set as well. I mean, if it's online
yeah,
and anybody can go and see it.
sure, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's awesome. Oh, I love you, Nelson. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and it was a lot of fun. I like having no set schedule and no idea of where we're gonna go with the conversation and jumping back and forth. That suits me well. So this was good.
It was, and thank you so much. Like, I mean, that you share. I didn't know what to expect coming into doing a live with you. I just knew it was going to be good, and you're really good at stuff. So thanks so much. I'm gonna edit
Not
this. I'm gonna post some links, and I'm gonna send you a couple examples of that WAP dance.
okay.
And okay, and then you'll post
I will film something of me hurting myself, and I'll send it to you, and you can share it with this thing.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll do that. I can even post it on your behalf. I can do a
Okay,
duet with.
awesome.
Awesome. Okay,
That's
thanks
yeah,
so much.
that'll be the cherry on top then.
All right. Thanks to 19 of you, 20. Now everybody's
Now we're
now
leaving. Fucking, they're too late. They should have been here the whole time.
that's right. It's not like you'll ever be able to see this again. I don't know if it posts right away. I'll figure it out. Awesome. Thanks so much, Nelson. Thanks everybody for coming in.
Okay, thanks again for having me. See you, Mickey.